Yes, the Big Pleasure proudly presents the Trip Up North 2021 Motorbike Camping Extravaganza. In this feature, you'll see our heroes, Big Pezza, Hippodromes, and Andy, battle their way through the back roads of the north. Will they make it? How many breakdowns will they have? How bad were their hangovers? Will they get shot by the military? All of these questions and more will be answered right after a note from our sponsors. What do you mean we got no sponsors? Just those few measly patrons still. I guess I'll have to thank them when anyone else has donated money and has funded the booze on this trip. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Well, too late, I already did. On with the show. Right then, you want help with your puck?
Yes, please.
I can't even get out the ground. The weight of the bike had proper indented it. Start with the warm stuff later on. I think we'll switch to cooler stuff, hopefully, so weather wants to behave itself. Well, this video doesn't start from home. We actually started from the ABR Festival, so this was us just leaving, waving goodbye to the people of Conquest Apparel. Thank you very much for the free hat. And anyway, we made our way up north through the Peak District towards Leeds.
Tell you're getting near a biker cap because they had police about and drones. ABR Festival, more like tent festival.
Where we're staying is called Squire's Bike Cafe, and it's a proper biker hotspot. It's got a campsite around the back and stuff, so it's a really good place, really popular bike stop. And well, surprise, surprise, a biker rolled in and we started camping in the corner. I went to go say hello, and then I realised kind of had to do a double take. It's like, hang on, he rode in, pretty sure he had two arms, and now he's kind of missing one. So yeah, he rides with a prosthetic limb attached to the handlebar, and on the other side of the handlebar is all his controls. All his controls. He has converted all the controls to the right hand side. So it's amazing that he lost his arm in a bike crash. He's carried on riding. He doesn't ride a DCT or an automatic or a Honda Cub or anything. He rides with a manual with all the controls just converted to the right hand side of the bike. And what's more is he's camping. And he came from the ABR Festival, and he did do the off-road course. He said it was a bit slippery, I think, but he said, oh, I did it. It's like, that's kind of amazing that he's done all this, and he's camping. And that's not his only bike. He does have another bike which he uses for off-road as well. But he chooses to buy slightly smaller, lighter bikes because it's easier for him to pick up. Just incredible. And the fact that he did this conversion as well from mechanical side of things. Just trying to get your head around it as well, to watch him how you use the throttle and the brake and the clutch at the same time. It's just mind-blowing. Anyway, next time someone says they can't do anything... Oh, actually, yeah, hang on a second. He is Welsh, and they're all a bit nuts. So yeah, okay, fine. I know you slept all right, Pete, because I could hear you snoring. What do you think of the train?
Toot toot, all aboard. I think they must know there's a campsite here because he just every time we went past he hit the train. Cheap campsite, but there's a reason why it's cheap. But he gave me a bottle of his leftover vodka, so probably enjoy that tonight. I've just wedged it in there. Don't think it'll break. Still got eggs with me actually. I think they're all right. I'll be tomorrow's breakfast, I think.
Pete, give us 2 rings when you get home. So this is where Hippodrones left us and went home, and me and Andy carried on our adventure up north. At least now we'll be able to get some sleep.
I just stopped at this lovely farm cafe shop, quite nice coffee. Got some nice country farm bread for later, that'll be nice. I'll pack this back down and put it on right. Now, off we go. We're going to try and head to Tan Hill.
Pete's gone, the sun's come out, it's looking up.
There we go. I'm going to start getting too hot.
In the middle of nowhere, unable to find a calf. Luckily, we can just find a bit of shade, pull out the Trangier, get some water on the boil, have a coffee, have a spot of lunch before carrying on the ride up to the pub. One of my favourite bits on the trip is when you go over the crest of a hill and you've got no buildings in front of you as far as the eye can see. As you reach the crest of the hill and the view reveals itself, oh, fantastic. Did I miss it? Did I miss the turning? Of course we had to stop for a pint at the highest pub in the British Isles, and from there we made our way to our campsite for tonight.
Oh, pretty damn good day actually. Andy's just gone to the shop to get some beers and some stuff tonight. Load it into my bike and off to go to the campsite. So what, this bike is Kawasaki KLE. He paid, yeah, he told me he paid what? Just over £1,000 for it? You know, after you kit it out, say 300-400 quid maybe, you know, including the price of his luggage and Pelican boxes, so you don't need, and his TV bracket Pelican cases. My Pelican cases are a different bracket, but still a lot cheaper than having proper luggage. So you don't need an expensive bike to go on a trip. I mean, them guys over there, they're doing some insane mileage, so they are. Absolutely insane mileage they are. On them little bikes, but yeah, they're cracking, they are. They're doing 200 miles today on them little things. That is a long day. They must have left early. They're not camping, but still, that is a good old crack, it looks like. Yeah, right. So yeah, you don't need an expensive bike to go on a trip. I mean, yeah, we saw loads of expensive bikes at Tan Hill. Nowhere near as expensive as ours. What, that's three grand it cost me? On and a bit. And now we're on the way to the campsite. It's just around the corner. This is, been here a few times. Been here, this may be my 5th or 6th? Wait. Yeah, I've been here quite a few times. Right, let's go check in. Setting up camp now. What do you think of this campsite, Andy?
Yeah, pretty cool.
You haven't seen the facilities yet?
Awesome view, hey?
You haven't seen the facilities yet?
No, so far so good.
Alright.
Views are awesome. Campsite's nice and level. What to like so far?
Just the company.
Least said about that, the better.
Up our tents. I've got some beer there. Waiting for Andrew to come back. We'll have some beer, have some food. And look who just showed up. He said he might come up this way. Dinner. Army super surplus discount rat pack bag things that I got on discount.
So we spent the evening chatting away with the one-armed biker. That should be his YouTube channel if he ever makes one. Talking about stuff, etc., where he's going, what we're doing, that sort of thing. We were staying in place for a couple of days to do some trails the next day. He was carrying on going up north towards Scotland, because Scotland had some fantastic weather that week. We were chatting away, and it was all fine until the sun went down and the midges came out. At a certain point, we all gave up and went into our tents. And the next morning...
You want to lead this one?
Yeah, I can.
Two disasters happened. One, my GoPro stopped recording and froze. The second,
Don't come out on camera. Right, well my GoPro decided to miss that. I had a very good crash up there. The sort of crash that ends the day.
think we might just ride round a bit now.
Hills don't come out on camera, but I tell you, this was still steep, and we still had to get down this last bit. This last section was still really steep, and my injury, and I did quite a big off as well. I just remember seeing ground sky, ground sky, ground sky. I don't know how. I just rolled down that hill and didn't hit my head, but I did manage to bruise my hand, my left hand, for my clutch. So riding a bike off-road when you have to use a clutch was almost impossible, as my hand couldn't hold the lever. I can't reach it. Can't reach it. Right, well, we've done 4 lanes today, and on the 4th lane the camera decided not to record it, had a crash. My handlebars, I think my forks are twisted, all my handlebars are bent. I think it might be the bars, I'm not sure. You're going to have a little look-see. I'm just going to limp into a petrol station now. I've rebent my gear lever, my bash plate, my luggage rack has taken a ding, indicator's taken a ding, this is on fine, my wrist hurts. But yeah, the handlebars is an issue. Hopefully it's just the forks are a little bit twisted. Right, well, the bike's all repaired. My hand hurts a bit, but nothing major. So, see if it tracks straight now. Rebent everything back into position. Oh, it's getting very warm now. They said it was going to be like 18 degrees. This is not 18 degrees, this is much hotter than 18. Oh, I think I got away with that one, I think. Also rebent all this back out. Whew.
Hadrian's Wall. This is supposed to keep the Scots out. So we're going down a military road.
Warning! When the red flag is flying the bombing range, the north is active. Motorists should be prepared for sudden noise from low-flying aircraft and advised not to stop the next 2 miles. The road is open to the public. Right, so David, the guy with the one arm and the interesting Honda, left me some beers, so I've got beers for tonight. Lovely. And I've just finished rebending. This bracket got really massively bent out of shape, so I've just put a tyre lever on it and straightened it all up now. Well, I've straightened it up enough so that I can get my luggage back on, which is the biggest issue, I guess. I guess I could have maybe rock strapped the entire bits of luggage to the side. Yeah, doing it all right. I think I've popped my indicator back on because that came out. It's a bit wobbly now, but it's taken a few hits. See, that's what it's supposed to do. That's what mine actually does, but whatever, it still works. It's fine. Yeah, took a fair old brunt on that fall. Finger hurts a little bit, middle finger, but that's it. Got away with that one, I think. Ooh, got quite lucky there. Nice area here. This is the Hags Bank thing, but you can't see it. But there's, might be hard to see on camera, but there's a lot of midges coming this way. Then I recommend getting yourselves one of these, a midgie mask. It may look stupid, but it keeps the midges off your face. They do go for your arms, so I might have to put my something long sleeve on just to get them off my arms. Just annoying getting them in the face and eyes. Right then, time to enjoy my beer and watch that sun disappear over there. Well, it's the morning. A little bit sore today for some reason, and I've got to pack away all my stuff and try to do a lot of it inside the tent because it's hard to see actually, but there are midges about still. Campsite then.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's steep.
And the
No, it's good.
just have to have the midgie mask on as well.
The midges, yeah. Midges aren't too clever.
So today, big ride, 200 miles, and a lot of cows looking at me. It'll take probably about 8 hours today, I reckon. This says 6, but it keeps readjusting the time, so this is a national speed limit road, but you wouldn't want to do that down here. It's getting coming the other way. Sheep's in the road, sheep is in the road. not a bad route, is it?
I'm going to the garage soon, I need a coffee.
I just wanted to check that actually.
It's a good route, yeah.
Hmm? There's nothing en route, is there? We could do a brew. Got my Trangia there.
You get it out easily.
I got water.
We're now here, and there's lots of sheep about that try to kill me, and we're just off for a brew. Coffee time. Very handy having a side loader. Another awesome ride.
Very cheap campsite this one. Don't want to be too far away from the thing. Grass a bit long here. No. Cool. Very basic.
Isn't it?
Cup of tea. And we will be trying to have a fire pit as well. And on a slightly disgusting note, I think I've got conjunctivitis because I've got a bit of a gunky eye. Or it's a massive hay fever allergy flare up. Either way, it's not very pleasant. So I plan to drown my sorrows in alcohol, I guess. That should solve everything, I hope. Right, a cup of tea.
Oh, campfires on the go. Getting a bit dewy. But we have a dog who's decided to stay by the campfire tonight with us as well. Okay, and you're going to set fire to your...
Hand.
Okay, hand. You are sitting on my foot. Yes, you are. It's morning of the final morning. And yes, it's foggy. It's not actually that cold, but it is foggy, which means I've got a lovely wet tent to put away. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's the last day of the day, last day's ride. So I think we're going to head towards the petrol station. Well, actually, going to head back pretty much the same way we came because we're actually really close to the Ragley Hall as well. I think we're only about 60 miles. We're only in Shropshire, so anyway, I'm going to get a coffee on. Coffee time. Just packing up now. 200 and a bit miles to go home.
And after a week on the road, we went home. And that brings us to the end of the trip. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment, drop it a like. Any questions, ask away, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Oh.